All right, well, here we are. We're back at Wally's, where this whole series started at. And my good friend Tamara, who actually is the maven of Wally's. I mean, she runs the wonderful gift shop inside, and she keeps an eye on all of us when we're running the muck, because it's mostly men drivers, and we need a woman to give us some supervision, and she's perfect for that. I would love to have her tell you a little more about the building and the history about this. I know a little bit, but not nearly as much as she does. So let's go ahead and go on inside and visit inside of Wally's.
Okay.
You ready? Come on, let's do it. Well, welcome to the fruit basket, also what's inside of Wally Service Station. This is usually the second stop for visitors, right? First stop is up at the visitor center, and they said you got to go on down to Wally's, get a squad car tour, and get yourself some of the best souvenirs in all of Mount Airy right here with Miss Tamara. But there's more to this place. There's a lot of history here, and I would love, if you don't mind, sharing this with the folks in the Appalachian Channel.
Be just fine. This service station was actually built in the 30s, and the gentleman that ran it, his name was Wallace Smith. Andy used to get his car serviced here. I mean, Andy's dad, when Andy was a little boy, and they called him Wally, and that's how Wally started on the show. Andy took that idea with him. The lady that owned this place, her name was Maisy Hodge. Her husband, she was the first female business owner in town, and her husband actually owned part of Snappy Lunch as well as the hotel that was on Main Street at the time, and lost both of those in one single hand of poker. So she got mad and she went to the bank and borrowed money and became the first female business owner of this. And then she hired Wallace Smith to run it for her.
All right, so we're in the bays where they actually be working on the cars. Carl Griffith used to get his car worked on in here. Have that on good authority from Andy's second cousin. He comes down and hangs out here with us, and this would be where they pull in and then get their oil changed and everything else. But now you can get some wonderful stuff going on here. All kinds of great little treats and things like that. So I'll let you take it away. You know the inventory here.
We have a large variety of different things that we offer for any souvenir shopper that's a fan of Mayberry. The number one item that we do sell mostly is the kerosene pickles. This is my private label that I started 3 years ago with kerosene pickles, and we ship these all over the place. Everybody loves them. And the recipe of her famous kerosene pickles from the show is actually in her cookbook.
And whose cookbook would that be?
Aunt Bee's.
Aunt Bee's,
Aunt Bee's
okay.
cookbook. Yes, it'll be in this cookbook.
And you can purchase
Mayberry
that here
cookbook.
as well.
Absolutely, we have those for sale. We also sell all these different kinds of canned goods, but mainly as far as for the Andy Griffith show, we have a large selection of old-fashioned candies and t-shirts, from the Loaded Goat to Emmett's Fix-It Shop. We have the Wally's Mechanic shirts that we sell.
Well, golly!
Says Hey, Squad Car Tours. Just a variety for everybody. Different kinds of signs. And a lot of, mostly of the merchandise and stuff that we have that's related to the show is up front in the next room.
Okay.
So we have our own line of coffee mugs that we carry. And I have a one gentleman that's my screen printer that everything that we have down here, other than the generic things that people can get from most of the stores, all of this is exclusive down here. We have the different kinds of license plates, Wally's hats, and this is something that I started, I started this last year because we have a lot of law enforcement, but I do challenge coins. These are the two new challenge coins for this year. So this is Barney and the Andy coin, and then when you flip them over, you've got the sheriff badge. This is the squad car from last year, and then I also have this one, which is the Wally's Wrecker, and that's the back of that coin. And those are exclusive down here as well.
Looks like you got some stuff over here too.
Absolutely. We've got a wide variety of books. The gentleman that wrote this book, his name is Spirit Walker, and he's from Arizona. His grandfather is actually Tonto from the Lone Ranger, and he's came the last 2 years to promote both seasons of his books and to do a signing. So he's going to do one for every season of the show, and he does his book signings here during Mayberry Days.
So Tamara, tell us how you ended up being the owner of this business.
I purchased this business about 9 years ago. My dad was a squad car driver here. He was a retired school teacher of 40 years, and he drove down here for 16. So I used to come and visit and everything, and I got to be friends with the owner at that time. And he was looking at getting out of it, so I said, well, if you ever decide to sell, let me know. And the next day he called and he was ready to sell. So I was ready to get out of foreclosures, which I had been in at a local real estate company. And we just did it, and 9 years ago on my birthday, I closed on it.
What's it like? Do you like it?
I love it. Right before COVID hit, I used to have a guest book that would sit on the register that people would sign when they would come up to book a tour or to pay for an item. And in 2019, when we got closed down for COVID, I took all of the guest books home. And in that 1 year, I had all 50 states and 17 countries sign that book that had been through here in 1 year. Yeah. So the show has affected a lot of people, and when people like from Ireland, that's the one that's got me more than anything. One of the first years I was here, we were out in the parking lot, and this group from Ireland had came in, and they had saved their money for 2 years to come here to little old Mayberry for a week because that was their favorite show.
Hey, Jody, they got moon pies. We ought to get. Oh no, not you two again! I can't believe it. Our stalkers are here from the Andy Griffith house. Oh man, y'all going to get T-shirts or something? You know,
possibly.
Maybe they could be. Where y'all visiting from?
Kentucky.
Kentucky. What do you got here? These are some good-looking hunting dogs, or they're ugly children?
They're pretty children.
Oh,
Yes,
okay,
they're my
all right.
babies.
Oh, look at them.
Sophie's down here.
Now,
And Cooper.
are they Andy Griffith fans?
They love Andy Griffith.
Oh, you gotta love it.
I've got a bigger one at home that loves Andy Griffith from the
So-
Today Show.
So they hide underneath a giraffe if it's raining.
Yes.
Because you know giraffes are selfish.
Yes.
You know that from the show. Yeah, she knows that one.
And just come ready to have a good time. You're welcome. We'll see you Saturday. Bye-bye.
How y'all doing? Welcome to Wally's. We're inside Wally Service Station, and we don't have Gomer and we don't have Goober. We have something a whole lot better. It's my good friend, Mr. Mike Jones. Mike Jones is really a mentor to me. I've learned a lot of stuff about the town of Mount Airy here from Mr. Jones, and if you'd like to share something with the folks at the Appalachian Channel and just tell them some things about yourself or maybe about the town of Mount Airy, he is a wealth of knowledge.
Boy, he's giving me a build-up. Well, my name is Mike Jones. I've lived here all my life, born and raised right up the road here. I live in Virginia, about 10 miles away. But we always came to Mount Airy and bought clothes, bought groceries, went to the doctor. I know more about North Carolina than I do my state. Now, my grandfather worked in the furniture factory with Andy's daddy. We didn't know that till years later, but I started doing a lot of research on my own about the Andy Griffith Show right after I got married. I've always watched it. I found out a lot of stuff that was on the show really came out of this town. Not only Pilot Mountain and Snappy Lunch, but a lot of other things and places. Andy Griffith really put Mount Airy on the map. Of course, we've always kind of been on the map, but he made our spot bigger.
Well, just some pretty home decor, polished.
She found her a few things.
I see that. See, that's what happens when you leave women by themselves. We shop. All right, sweetheart. Anything else for you?
Yeah, unless he wants something else.
Total comes to $41.57. You call that boho? Boho.
Well, sort of
Receded,
farmhouse
yeah,
thing,
I think farmhouse and boho kind of blend
Yeah.
together. Receipt okay in the bag, hon?
Sure.
How long have you worked here, Cindy?
Almost 4 years.
4
4
years?
years in April.
Seems like you enjoy talking to people.
Yeah, I'm retired from human resources, so.
This is kind of fun for you.
Yeah,
probably.
it's right up my alley for sure. There you go, my dear. You guys have a great evening. Enjoy the rest of your visit.
Thank you.
Oh, absolutely, absolutely. I know the guy that wrote this book.
Do you?
It's me. Yeah. It's
I
all
am
about.
honored.
Oh, you're. You know what?
What's that?
So you want me to make this out to I am honored? Is that your name?
No. I want you to make it out to Susan.
Oh, to Susan.
Yes.
All right. To Susan.
Yes. This is exciting.
Have a Mayberry day.
All right.
Now take this home, show it to your children, show it to your grandchildren, and teach them about Andy Griffith when he was a young boy. 'Cause that's what that
will
book's
do,
all about.
will do. Here's
Thank
another
you so
one.
much. Oh Lord, we got
Oh,
another
yes,
one.
that's two.
Okay, now who do I make this one out to?
Denise.
Denise. Now there's a lot of different ways to spell Denise.
Denise.
S-E.
Yes. Perfect.
Thank you
Thank
so
you, thank
much.
So I've got a
Yeah.
picture of you two together right there holding the book. Hold that book up in front of you.
Oh.
I'll get a picture right here. And okay.
All right.
Thank you.
Thank you so
Thank
much.
you.
Oh, enjoy it.
I will.
How long you been here just today?
About an hour.
About an hour. Okay, y'all having fun seems like.
Oh, having a ball.
Having a ball?
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
we'll probably run into you again. How long you gonna be here?
Good. We don't know.
Don't know.
Depends on what we do and what we eat and where we stay and
Gotta be 2 or 3 days at least. There's a lot to do here now.
Lot to eat.
a lot to eat.
Lot to eat.
All right, ladies.
Thank
Thanks
you.
for.
All right, we'll see you all downtown. All right, well, it was a great visit here. I'm glad we got inside. Thanks so much to all my friends and co-workers. And we're going to be heading out, heading up the street. Lots more things to do here in Mount Airy, Mayberry. And I guess this is our time to say goodbye to everybody. Until we see you later.
Bye. Enjoy.
Kind of like Beverly Hillbillies sign off.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. All right. Is that a
Yeah,
C10?
This is a 66. So the truck has kind of a neat story. The car is just a replica, like all the other ones you see around town. But the truck belonged to Andy Griffith's friend, Emmett Forrest. It's my understanding they went through grade school together. Don't know whether they went to the same college or not, but they were friends throughout their entire life. I mean, they passed within just a few months of each other.
Yeah.
They stayed friends. I don't know what percentage of the stuff